A debut title track is arguably the most important song in an artist's discography. Initial releases often help to establish a group's signature sound and lay the groundwork for their future comebacks. Crafting the perfect debut is no easy task, but these songs show there was some vision and creativity. An artist's inaugural performance can leave a lasting impression for years to come, and pave the way for their music going forward. Today, I'll be discussing what are, in my opinion, the greatest debuts in K-pop history. Ones that either serve as a flawless prefatory display of an artist's strengths, or are just incredible tracks outright. And in a year full of debuts, this seems like a fitting subject for my first video. So without further ado, let's begin. On March 4th, 2019, the world was introduced to Tomorrow by Together, also known as TXT. Being at least 3 years old now, the group has amassed enough singles under their belt for their debut to be considered legendary. Crown perfectly captures the bright and youthful colors that would shape their next few albums, and despite being relatively straightforward, the track's vibrant synths and outstanding exuberance give TXT a strong sense of individuality from the outset. It's a dazzling ray of sunshine, ripe with energy and optimism, and the ideal song to kick off the group's K-pop journey. One of the most iconic debuts in recent memory, Dalla Dalla takes a plethora of sounds and throws them in a blender, resulting in a dynamic and stylish amalgamation of the industry's biggest trends. The flair of the instrumental is matched by the members' performances, with each lyric being delivered with confidence and personality. The groovy synth line which anchors most of the track, combined with the jaunty chorus and attitude-infused hooks, allow ITZY's musical identity to take shape very early on. The song's distinctive components manage to synergize with each other to great effect, and that's what sets this debut apart from the crowd. Though Stray Kids first entered the scene with a digital single Hellevator in 2017, their official debut with District 9 the following year stands as a much better representation of the boys' charms. The song is indicative of the bombastic hype tracks that they would soon be known for, fueled by aggressive bursts of rap and powerful vocals. Aside from the gritty rock guitar, District 9's production is bolstered by the potent hip-hop and EDM elements that will be incorporated into virtually every one of their subsequent title tracks. All in all, Stray Kids gave a more than promising debut that would cement their status as fourth-generation leaders. As far as debuts are concerned with founding a group's image out of the gate, there's perhaps no better example of this than Dreamcatcher's first single. After more than 5 years in the game, they've undoubtedly perfected the rock concept, but it all began with a drastic revamping of an unknown group. Chase Me is as immense and cinematic a song as modern K-pop can offer, what with the mystical piano which begins the track, and the sweeping synths that lead into the towering build. The chorus unleashes a fury of electric guitar and frenzied percussion, sung with the vehemence of any good anime opening theme. With a strong melody and exceptional composition, Dreamcatcher immediately distinguished themselves from their peers, and continues to hone their unique skill set to this day. On the opposite side of the spectrum to the darkness and mystery of Chase Me, we have Astro's Hide and Seek, which more or less acts as a predecessor to TXT's Crown. The songs share much of the same cheerfulness, due in part to the upbeat synth textures and ebullient vocals. In its own right, Astro's debut is a lively fusion of catchy refrains and sunny instrumentation, proving to be an endlessly fun and imaginative pop track. Even now, Hide and Seek remains a much needed spark of positivity and summertime joy. While it's been quite satisfying to witness Twice's image gradually shift from the cute and bubbly of yesteryear to the elegant and sophisticated that we've seen as of late, the forerunner to their diverse catalog is unlikely to be forgotten anytime soon. Like Ua is a certified classic, and its influence is undeniable, seeing that it was the blueprint which gave rise to many future hits like Cheer Up, TT, Knock Knock, and much more. The song itself is also more than competent, at times lighthearted, playful, and anthemic, while not neglecting to showcase the members' vocal abilities during its knockout chorus. Twice is one of the most successful girl groups of all time, and their debut was the launchpad which catapulted them towards stardom. Despite their tragic and unexpected disbandment in 2021, G-Friend left us with one of the most inspiring and inventive discographies the industry has ever seen. Their music had undergone an evolution like most other groups, but that wasn't before Glassbeat instituted their trademark sound which put them on the map. It's hard to pinpoint the exact element that makes the song so amazing, but I'd probably boil it down to the incredibly rich instrumentation and the girls' pleasant voices. Backed by a strong melody and memorable hooks, G-Friend's debut created the winning formula for some of their greatest tracks, giving us the best type of youthful and nostalgic music we could hope for. Talk about a perfect debut. As the first member of SHINee to go solo, Taemin showed everyone why he was deserving of that privilege with a superb title track Danger. The song's energy never flags for a moment throughout its runtime, with an unrelenting sense of propulsion being entrenched from the very start by the filtered electro-funk beats. Taemin absolutely rips the song apart in its soaring chorus, aided by the glorious synth-pop instrumental. If there was ever any doubt that he was born for the stage, Taemin would put all uncertainty to rest with his showmanship. This was only the first in a long line of excellent individual releases, but at the time, Danger was a welcome addition to his already illustrious career.
Sometimes you gotta be bold, just rock the world. Booyah!
As the first girl group from SM Entertainment to debut in 5 years, Red Velvet burst onto the scene with a bombastic tropical debut that represents some of the best output from their brighter musical side. The song's stomping percussion makes way for addictive refrains and catchy hooks, culminating in the song's iconic centerpiece. Aside from the track's show-stopping bridge courtesy of Wendy, Happiness also allowed for immediate familiarization with the members' unique vocal textures. All things considered, Red Velvet's debut is a fantastic carnival to behold. Quite possibly the most epic song in K-pop history, EXO's genre-defying debut is the epitome of their company's affinity for experimentation. Written and produced by the prolific Yoo Young-jin, he fuses Gregorian chants, heavy metal rock, and orchestral flourishes to create one of the most dynamic and stirring works the industry has to offer. The members' powerful vocal blend is constantly echoed by the backing instrumentation, the use of strings amplifying the intensity. The song's bridge is also remarkable, hitting us with a flurry of electric guitar and ferocious rap segments. After more than a decade, Mama is still as thunderous and electrifying a song as ever, with a myriad of idiosyncratic elements that contribute to its indescribable sense of grandeur.
JYP, introducing Made in Asia, Miss A.
Before Twice would take the world by storm, Miss A were one of JYP Entertainment's most popular girl groups, but sadly they never managed to reach their full potential. Regardless, they gifted us plenty of unforgettable hits, starting with Bad Girl, Good Girl in 2010. The track remains the first and only debut to win the MAMA for Song of the Year, and make of those awards what you will, there's no denying that the song is a stone cold classic. Thanks to its churning, synth-driven instrumental and enduring hooks, Miss A's debut is still an exemplar of brilliant pop music, and a perennial reminder of what could have been. Known for their experimental material, FX delivered just that with their off-kilter debut La Cha Ta. The song pops and crackles in your ear with its hefty use of electronic sounds, from the distorted 808s to the jittery and robotic synth lines. The track's onomatopoeic title was, in the words of SM Entertainment, inserted to heighten and dramatize the excitement of the song. La Cha Ta thrives on individuality and an unconventional approach to K-pop, acting as an immaculate distillation of FX's wonderfully eccentric sound. Continuing with the historic origins of second-generation icons, we have the debut of 2NE1. Probably the first group that comes to mind when you hear the words girl crush, they established that fierce image right off the bat with Fire. The song is a bold statement of intent, powered by its overwhelmingly emphatic hooks, performances that exude confidence and attitude with every line, and of course a healthy dose of autotune. Through an onslaught of deceptively simple yet captivating refrains, 2NE1 gave us a marvelously flamboyant introduction to their musical prowess, and let everyone know that they were a force to be reckoned with. Perhaps the most renowned and beloved debut in all of K-pop, SHINee's first single well and truly propelled them to the top of the scene, with an unwavering presence which they've maintained for more than a decade. Starting out as a contemporary hip-hop R&B boy band, their initial release boasts all of the rhythmic percussion and digital synths needed to create the most satisfying groove. Delivered with passion and sincerity, the song's melody is continually pleasant but never cloying, with vocals and ad-libs ranging from wispy to earth-shattering, all serving as a heartfelt expression of teenage love. The thumping beat, which Taemin likened to the sound of a throbbing heart, signified not just the beginning of the track, but to one of the greatest K-pop groups in history. While it's rare for a K-pop group to debut with their best song, what's even more uncommon is to have that song blossom into an all-time great track. Such a feat could only be achieved by an artist of legendary stature, and who better than Girls' Generation to make it happen. Into the New World is a debut that is head and shoulders above any song of its kind, a divinity of utter perfection, and quite simply one of the finest pieces of music that has ever been made. The opening synth is timeless and instantly recognizable, possessing an ethereal quality which evokes the vivid imagery and emotions of a new beginning. With the whir of an electric guitar, the percussion takes over, infusing the track with an unparalleled vivacity and intensifying the exhilaration. All of the members sing their hearts out with pure and unadulterated voices, effectively bringing the bittersweet feelings conveyed in the lyrics to life. Every aspect of this song is executed flawlessly, and this phenomenal quality is strengthened by allowing its performances to shine and the gorgeous melody to take shape. A resonating rhythm that echoes perpetually after its conclusion. Into the New World is a tune so euphoric that it plainly necessitates another listen just to relive that feeling of bliss and elation. With their debut, Girls' Generation gifted us their magnum opus, and I'm not sure there will be another song like this ever again. So that's all I have time for today. I know I kind of got carried away at the end there, but that's just how much I love that song. I'll definitely look to expand on this list in the future, but that'll be it for now. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel for more awesome K-pop content. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.